Now that we have discussed about the types of salt, let us come to the use of our common salt, sodium chloride, NaCl, the common white salt that we use at our homes. So, how to use this sodium chloride in industrial purposes, for industrial purposes? First of all, the sodium chloride is mixed with water. This solution is called brine. This brine, when electrolyzed, it gives out a compound NaOH along with chlorine gas and hydrogen gas. These compounds are used for the production of different chemical substances. The first one is bleaching powder. Bleaching powder. What happens when we take calcium hydroxide, a solution of calcium hydroxide, aqueous solution, and pass chlorine gas through it, CaOCl2 is formed, which is nothing but our bleaching powder. This bleaching powder is used as disinfectant and many other purposes, for bleaching purposes and any other purposes. The other compound that we use is washing soda. When sodium hydroxide is synthesized and mixed with carbon dioxide, it gives out a new compound, Na2CO3. This Na2CO3, it adds up, not reacts, it adds up, just a simple bond, not any sort of reaction. It gives out a new compound, Na2CO3.10H2O. These 10 molecules of water are called water of crystallization. They do not react, rather they are just attached, just weakly attached to the salt. These are called water of crystallization. This complete compound is used as washing soda, which has many other uses further. Now the other one is baking soda. Baking soda. When NaCl is mixed with water and gases like carbon dioxide and ammonia are passed through it, two compounds are formed. One is ammonium chloride, NH4Cl. The other is NaHCO3, sodium hydrogen carbonate. This compound is our baking soda. Baking soda. This baking soda, again, when added to a very weak acid, edible acid like tartaric acid, citric acid, which just gives a certain small amount of H plus ion. The products are sodium salt, a salt of sodium based on the acid used, edible acid, along with water and carbon dioxide. So this combination is baking powder. Combination of edible acid with baking soda is called baking powder. This product, carbon dioxide, makes our cakes fluffy. So now we have come across a new thing, this water of crystallization. So what actually does the water of crystallization help us? In which way? The water of crystallization, they give certain characteristics to our salts, like copper sulfate, CuSO4. It's also known as blue vitriol. It is known as blue vitriol because of the color blue. This compound, this salt, has a combination of 5 molecules of water, 5 water molecules of crystallization. These 5 molecules, they give it the characteristic color. When they are heated, this sample is heated to a very low flame, the water of crystallization, they go away, but the copper sulfate remains the same. So no chemical reaction occurs in water of crystallization. Now the other very common thing that we have come across is plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris is again a byproduct of NaCl. How? So through the various processes, let us combine the example of water of crystallization also. There is a compound called gypsum, calcium sulfate dot 2H2O. If we heat it at 373 Kelvin or simply 100 degrees Celsius, we get a new compound called calcium sulfate hemihydrate. This half H2O means that two calcium sulfates are attached to one water molecule. So this thing is called calcium sulfate hemihydrate, or very popularly known as plaster of Paris. When this is again added to water, the reaction becomes reversible. It again comes and becomes calcium sulfate 2H2O, that is gypsum. It's called gypsum. This gypsum gives hardness to the plaster when people generally broke or cracked their limbs, their bones. So this gypsum is the strongly holding thing that gives rigidity to our plasters. The gypsum is also used for making concrete, for making cement. So these were the uses of common salt sodium chloride, and with this the chapter acid bases and salts ends. Thank you.